the most awkward Ellen moments are impossible to look away from, no matter how hard you try. For this list, we'll only be considering uncomfortable moments with Ellen's celebrity guests, as there's only so much awkwardness we can handle in one list. You know when you don't want to watch, but you just can't look away. Number 5. When Ellen forgot Katy Perry had been married. Remember when Katy Perry married Russel Brand? Ellen didn't. In fact, when she announced a game called Will You Perry Me?, the singer joked about not wanting to get married again, but she just met with a blank stare from the host. Perry awkwardly reminded her of her short-lived marriage to the British comedian and even brought up the fact that she gave her wedding presents on the show. Even audiences at home could feel the painfulness of this exchange, and fingers everywhere etched for the remote just to escape the awkwardness. Number 4. When Ellen cooked with Giada de Laurentiis. If Nicole Kidman thought reliving her bizarre Oscars clap would be the most uncomfortable moment in this episode, Giada de Laurentiis soon made us all forget about that with a rather bewildering cooking segment. Viewers were left unimpressed by her condescending and rude manner, and Kidman's side glances and eye rolls are about as subtle as the chef's tactileness throughout the segment. Clearly, Nicole had enough, as she threw back some shade of her own. You know what they say, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. Number 3. When Ellen and Caitlyn Jenner discuss same-sex marriage. Caitlyn Jenner is a vocal advocate for LGBTQ+ rights, that is, until the subject of same-sex marriage. So you can imagine things got tense when the host broached the subject that is so obviously close to her heart. Jenner momentarily got defensive when Ellen pointed out that she's a Republican. But despite claiming that her views have now changed, Ellen doesn't seem to be convinced at all of that. As Ellen continued to challenge her guest, both sides managed to stay cool and composed. Nevertheless, you could cut the tension in the studio with a knife. Number 2. Kanye's Rant. This hip-hop legend is notorious for his unpredictable behavior, and this is hardly the only time he has left his host at a loss for words. During this interview, Kanye went on what could only be described as a monologue that lasted for around 6 minutes. His erratic train of thought was met by silence in the studio, and even Ellen knew that there was nothing she could do to get this interview back on track. He concluded by apologizing for getting real on daytime television, and, miraculously, Ellen actually managed to get in the final word. Number 1. When Dakota Johnson called Ellen out for missing her 30th birthday party. As we've seen already, Ellen's memory can get her into a lot of trouble. When Ellen called out Dakota for not inviting her to her 30th birthday party, the actress doesn't miss a beat in shutting this false accusation down. Not only it turned out was Ellen invited, but she didn't even give a reason for not attending. Dakota then told Ellen how her favorite comedian, Tig Notaro, performed at her party, and Ellen's face dropped instantly. Johnson then swooped in mercifully. Or was it sharply? With an "other than you, get ready to squirm in your seat."